Boom shakalaka, today's video, we're going to take a look at how low a Bitcoin price could go realistically. We have four very likely scenarios, and we're going to talk about why all of them could potentially happen. You definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about how low can Bitcoin price go. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are crashing. Everybody wants to know how low, when is the pain over? And we're going to get into all of that in today's episode. Before we do, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, where every day we share some of the best charts in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Push the like button. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes. Now, today, extreme fear, 12%. No change for the past month. Seems like we've been here forever. The entire market having a bit of a crash over the past day, down 5% over the past day. Bitcoin at 28,905, Ethereum at 1761, BNB at 296, XRP 39 cents, Cardano 46 cents, Solana $41, and Dogecoin 7 cents. And if you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, they are Euclid Coin, XCAD Network, Tron, WireX, and Flexcoin. If you want to check this out for yourself, there is a discounted link down in the description for token metrics. Now, what everybody is here for, how low could Bitcoin price go? I can see very, very clearly four potential scenarios for where Bitcoin price could go and reasons why they may go all of those levels. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at all four scenarios, from best case scenario all the way to worst case scenario, if you stay tuned till the end. So you'll definitely want to do that. Now, to begin with, Bitcoin has been hovering right around this red line. This has been my line in the sand since way back here in early 2021, where I said, hey, if Bitcoin goes below this level, I am bearish. And look at this. Bitcoin is just sitting right there on that level for the past month. However, over the past day, we saw a little bit of a drop down coming back up. Now, first scenario, scenario one, where could Bitcoin price go? Well, actually, the first scenario is we've already found the bottom, $30,000-ish, okay, $28,000, $30,000. We've already found the bottom, and we have a couple reasons why. First reason why would be the Bitcoin accumulation phase floor confirmation cross from the real plan C. All three times previously, we had a cross of this blue line, the short-term holder floor, to the bottom of the green line, the dormancy flow floor. Bitcoin crashed to the dormancy flow floor. Well, guess what? This is the fourth time it has happened. We have had four crosses in Bitcoin's history, and all four times Bitcoin has crashed down to this floor. This floor is right at $28,000. And every single time it was a bottom. Guess what? This could very well be a bottom if Bitcoin repeats itself. Not only that, but we have some other things. Like if we just zoom out and look at pretty much any type of rainbow Bitcoin chart out there, almost all the logarithmic growth charts out there, we're down about as low as it gets in terms of price. All of these previous times was pretty much the low for Bitcoin price. And not only that, one of the greatest investors of all times. He buys when others are fearful, and he sells when others are greedy. Well, he just bought 8 new stocks. Just the other day, May 24th, Warren Buffett's buying 8 stocks. This could potentially signal that we have a little bit of a bottom here, because if he says, hey, this is about as fearful as it gets, let's buy now, things could potentially reverse coming up sometime soon. So, scenario one, we've already reached the bottom, $30,000. Yeah, there's still fear in the markets, but eventually things will correct and the price will go up. Which brings us to scenario number 2. Now, this is a measured move. I actually learned this from Alessio Restani, so you could check out his channel on YouTube. But we have a measured move right here where Bitcoin price dropped, and then we had a little bit of consolidation, and then it's going to drop yet again, an equal measured move that will bring us roughly to about $23,000. Now, not only that, but we can see this green line right here, the 200 weekly moving average, right around that $22,000, $23,000 area. That would be the next area to keep an eye on. Now, also, that is previous all-time high territory, right around $20,000. And this long dotted white line that has been historical support for Bitcoin for its entire history is right around that level. So that would be scenario number 2, roughly $22,000, $23,000, which shouldn't actually be that surprising, because if we take a look at the total market cap, and we just say that, hey, we're actually going to find support on previous resistance for the total cryptocurrency market cap, that was roughly about $800 billion. Well, if we found support there, we would still have to go down about 32% from where we are now, which if we took Bitcoin's price, subtracted 32%, that would put us right around that $20,000 and $23,000, which is scenario number 2. Now, scenario number 3 is actually an extension of scenario number 2 for a few reasons. First, because if we get down to that $20,000 range to where multi-year Bitcoin support could be broken, if we do see that breaking, that could cause a lot of panic in the markets and the price could continue to dump. But also, if we take a look at this measured move and do it on a non-logarithmic scale, it gives us a totally different number. So let's take a look at both of those scenarios. Now, first off is this measured move on a non-log scale. And we have the same from the top to the bottom here. We have a little bit of consolidation. And then we take a look at this measured move again. And instead of bringing us to the $23,000 area, it now brings us to roughly $12,500. So that's significantly lower. As you can see here, breaks through the 200 weekly moving average, also breaks through previous all-time highs at $20,000. Now, not only that, but if we get to this $20,000 area, I said there's a big obstacle because if we break previous all-time highs, this would be the first time Bitcoin has ever done that in its history. But there's something else that occurs at $21,000 that could be even more shocking for the market. And what I'm talking about is Michael Saylor MicroStrategy's margin call at $21,000. If Bitcoin gets to $21,000, Michael Saylor might be forced to sell some Bitcoin, something he said he's never going to do. And if this happens, it could shock the market. Now, before you go and panic, this doesn't necessarily have to happen, but let's go over exactly what this means. So basically, MicroStrategy took out a $205 million Bitcoin collateralized loan with Silvergate Bank, and they took out the loan at 25% loan to value. But because the price has dropped so much, now it's at 50% loan to value, so they get margin called at $21,000, means they have to pony up the money for that. But Lee, MicroStrategy's CFO, says right now they have a good amount of uncollateralized Bitcoin. So if it does occur where Bitcoin gets to the $21,000, they might be able to use some of that uncollateralized Bitcoin to cover the margin call. But either way, that could cause a lot of panic in the market, leading to scenario 3, Bitcoin price roughly around $12,000, which would invalidate every single support structure we've ever seen for Bitcoin. But certainly, if we get down to the $20,000 area, a flash crash to $12,000 wouldn't be that unheard of. So, bringing to our last scenario, okay? The last scenario is hopefully the worst case scenario. And I didn't consider Bitcoin going to zero as a scenario because I hope and pray that doesn't happen. But it's always been a possibility. As long as I've been an investor, you have to understand that it could go to zero. Now, the last scenario is actually Bitcoin going to roughly $7,000. And there's two reasons for this strategy right here. First off, previous all-time highs, Bitcoin prices retraced between 80 and 90% from the all-time high. Well, guess what's a 90% retracement from an all-time high of $70,000? That's right, $7,000. Simple math. It could potentially happen again. But what's even more than that is I made a video a couple days ago, and I'll try and link to that video right up here so that you can see it. But instead of taking a look from maybe the top to the bottom or the halving to the bottom, I was watching some videos about Terra Luna collapse, and I was like, man, this stinks like BitConnect. And then I was thinking, hey, you know, last bull run we had BitConnect collapse. The one before that we had Mt. Gox collapse. I wonder how those relate to the tops and the bottoms. And shockingly, surprisingly, the Mt. Gox collapse to the bottom was the same amount of time and the same percent loss as the BitConnect collapse to the bottom. Both of these were 315 days and 76% drop. Well, if we take the Terra Luna collapse and go 350 days out and 76% down, guess what? That brings us to roughly $7,000 in the last week of March 2023. 3, which brings us to the fourth scenario for where Bitcoin price could likely end up, $7,000, a little less than a year from now. So guys, that's all for today's video. I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm thinking in terms of what could happen to Bitcoin. I very much hope that this is the bottom we're seeing right here. And if it is, we definitely have to break through this yellow downtrend right here today at roughly about $40,000 before we know for sure that this is a bottom and not just a fake out. But regardless of the scenario, $20,000 or $30,000, $23,000, $12,000, or $7,000, I do still believe that over the long term, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to do well. We just might have a little bit of a bear market or a crypto winter to deal with first. So guys, if you did enjoy that video, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us over on Twitter, and check out Token Metrics for yourself. I will catch you all later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.